Cool. So, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. This is going to be recorded, so if you miss any part of it, you can go back and check it out. The full recording will be posted afterwards in Discord. Um, as you guys are all aware, we take this time, this hour every month to update the community on the progress from the last months, dive into what we're mainly focused on for this month, and kind of align around the biggest objectives and kind of larger goals for the quarter. So this is the first roundtable for this quarter for Q4. So we have some exciting goals to review when it comes to just Q4 objectives. But yeah, anyways, for the agenda today, I'm going to review just Q4 priorities, just kind of for a larger picture of what are the things we're trying to accomplish um, between now and the end of the year. We've got only 2 more months. And then we're going to dive into a general overview of what we accomplished already in October, the first month of Q4, what we got coming up in November this month, and then we'll hand it off to Ryan for an operations or fit or for excuse me to Spicy for a Bag City update, to Ryan for an operations update, and then 50 for marketing update, and then we'll be opening it up for community Q&A as always at the end. So starting off for Q4, I think everyone is pretty aligned already, but I think it's always a good opportunity on these roundtables to just kind of review what our main priorities are, larger goals. And so the number one thing that we set out to accomplish in Q4, starting about a month ago, around 5 weeks ago, was obsessing over the user experience of putting money into the platform on Bag.win and taking out of the platform. And so the first major milestone there was easy crypto deposits and withdrawals. And so that's basically the centralized exchange crypto deposits and withdrawals. In the past, we had a massive bottleneck in all of our products when it came to like the decentralized casino, and to the web-based casino games. Requiring people to basically have a wallet and deposit and sign messages and sign transactions from that wallet to deposit funds onto the platform. And then even more so, we were really hindered by the ability or the requirement to have users withdraw funds directly to Blast Network. And so we kind of took it back to the drawing board, wanted to basically make it as easy as possible to move money in and out with using crypto. On top of that, a lot of folks don't have crypto, and so we wanted to make it as easy as possible for people to onboard funds with simply a credit card. This isn't live yet, but this is coming very soon. In fact, we're actually testing a release right now that we are trying to ship very soon that will actually have this feature. So we will be able to accomplish the entirety of this first objective, the money in and out, as we've delivered the centralized exchange deposits and withdrawals last month, and then with this next release, we'll be delivering the fiat deposits. Second goal or second priority for Q4 is just distribution and accessibility. We do think that the Bag.win product has reached a point where it's pretty comparable and competitive with a lot of other gaming platforms out there in terms of user experience, especially now that we've accomplished priority number one, which is money in and out, and of course, added a ton of new games from various top providers like Pragmatic, Hacksaw, Evolution, etc. And so, yeah, we are very focused now on how can we distribute this product to as many people as possible. And so we stumbled upon a platform around the Telegram app called Telegram Mini Apps, Telegram Mini App Store. And so basically, we haven't really shared too much details on this quite yet, but they launched this. Telegram is a messaging app. It has 800 million users, and it's widely used in the crypto space. I'm sure a lot of folks here listening have Telegram accounts and use it to communicate in group chats and DM with folks in the space. But basically, they launched a program middle of the year, I think in June, roughly, is what I've heard, where basically you can create mini web apps within Telegram. And at first, we weren't too bullish on it. I mean, I thought it was kind of interesting, but the more we dove into it, we realized that it's a huge opportunity for us to be early on a new kind of platform to distribute the product to real users In fact, 800 million users that use that product monthly. And so we've been kind of diving into that. V1, more to share on that very soon. And really excited to hear your guys' feedback because I'm already aware that a lot of you guys, have Telegram accounts. The second point on the distribution and accessibility. So in the past, we've run, various marketing campaigns, specifically with Latin America and folks like in Argentina. And one of the biggest complaints that we had was the site was not translated. And so it was a massive undertaking over the last couple of months or last couple of weeks, translating the entire Bag.win website was a lot of work, but we're very excited to finally release that. We're going to have translations into Spanish, Portuguese, German, and Turkish very soon. So we can start, more effectively running campaigns in Latin America and other regions of the world we were targeting. That some folks that don't necessarily speak English. And so, yeah, number three is Bag City offering and investability. So, basically, Spicy will go into this during his update a bit more in detail. But we have moved entirely away from Decentraland. Decentraland has kind of abandoned us in a lot of ways due to their discontinuing of supporting our scenes. And so we wanted to deliver, a 3D experience that was unique and entirely in our control. From the time the user lands on the site to the time they're playing the game. In the past, the user experience has been very broken between signing for our site and then signing into Decentraland. So we feel that our own 3D platform is the way to deliver the best possible user experience for players. And so obviously you guys are where we started with poker, but we're soon going to be expanding that to other games and a more kind of open environment where you can walk around and kind of feeling like a more like full metaverse. I'm really excited for this. Obviously, this is kind of like less in terms of less geared at like onboarding the masses and more kind of geared at a unique edge. But we're very excited to soon host another beta, and Spicy will share a bit more on that very soon. And then finally, next slide. Our last priority and most important priority that's kind of enabled by the first three is DAU volume and revenue growth. And so 50 will go into this in a bit more detail during his update, as well as, when we're reviewing the affiliate dashboard that we've been working on as well during the product update. But essentially, we want to leverage all of the amazing things that we've been able to ship over the last month or last couple months to ultimately grow our DAU volume and revenue. So yeah, that's just a general overview of where our head's at when it comes to prioritizing things. I think it's very helpful to really kind of look back at these priorities because they're defensible and it explains what our priorities are when it comes to actual features. So I know a lot of folks have various suggestions in the governance channel for developing various parts of the games or various new products, and I think it's important to look back at these priorities because you can quickly see whether something is worth prioritizing or not. Anyways, general overview for October 2024, we were able to, following a governance proposal, reduce headcount and monthly burn from 230K to 210K per month. This is substantial, around a 10% decrease in our burn. We were able to add 52 new games, including Hacksaw Games, which, one of the top slots providers that we're really excited that we were able to add on to Bag.win, as well as No Limit City and Evolution Live games. We shipped casino S&G tournaments with shared player liquidity with Arcade. We, as I mentioned earlier on the call, we shipped an entirely new deposit and withdrawal flow, basically supporting 10 new currencies on 12 networks. The thing that we're most excited for is just the user experience. Like, if you haven't tried this already, you basically, each user gets their own address for each currency and each blockchain that's supported, and depositing to it and from it and withdrawing from it is very easy. It's the very same experience as using a centralized exchange like Coinbase. And in fact, you can deposit directly to Bag.win now for free from Coinbase using USDC on Base. So that's a really powerful flow that we have unlocked with this new feature, as well as cash out directly back to Coinbase using USDC on Base with for very minimal fees. And so that's an important flow that this enables. On top of that, we have that same type of flow set up with Binance as well, due to our support of USDT on Binance Smart Chain. So folks that have Binance accounts can deposit directly into Bag.win using USDT on Binance Smart Chain for very minimal fees and near instant confirmation, as well as cash back out to Binance. On top of that, the referral dashboard. So this is live right now. It's a bit gated as we've been iterating it with some early platinum affiliates. As you guys are probably aware, we posted the platinum affiliate application in the Discord a few weeks back when we launched the program. Basically, we're just trying to align a few very motivated partners to run their own growth campaigns, whether it's ads on their own to their ref link or targeting specific communities, poker communities or gaming communities or forums, to be very aligned with driving that volume from those folks. And so we basically have the ability for people who apply to this and get approved to raise their referral rewards drastically, upwards of potentially up to like 70% of the house edge if we really do think that they can, get our platform into the hands of the right people and really scale it. And so basically this dashboard, which I'll review in a product screenshot a bit later, has all types of kind of growth tracking, like in funnel tracking, data points that basically gives these folks the ability to run their own growth campaigns and effectively track all of the users they're bringing in the door. And then, yeah, finally, we hosted the first Bagsy beta. So, yeah, October was a pretty massive month for us. I think we were able to achieve quite a lot of those initial Q4 objectives. Next slide should show a bit of a preview. So, many of you have probably already experienced this, but this is what I was talking about earlier with the new centralized exchange flow. So, this is very mobile friendly as well. So you can use it on the PWA and soon the Telegram mini app, and of course desktop. But basically, you just select send crypto to address, and then you're able to select currency and network, and you have a unique deposit address which you can send funds to immediately start playing. And so this experience is like 100 times better than what we had in the past with signing messages, and it's quite fast as well. And we support Solana, Base, Tron. Binance Smart Chain, very fast and cheap networks that are pretty widely used and have a ton of liquidity and users already. This is what our referral dashboard looks like right now. We have a huge update coming very soon with this, but basically we're just giving a bit of a breakdown of how much deposits, bet volume, get and rewards each user earns you as a platinum affiliate. So yeah, that was October. Diving into November, also have a ton of stuff on the roadmap, starting with fiat on ramps. Kind of self-explanatory. We went over this earlier on the roundtable, but basically you'll be able to purchase direct casino balance up to 100 euros using a credit card, as well as PayPal and some other kind of peer-to-peer services that are popular in the Latin American region. We have in-app translations like Spanish, Portuguese, German, and Turkish. We have the Telegram mini app, which I went into a bit in detail as well, really geared towards accessibility. And then we have the Telegram mini app bot automation and referral incentives. Basically, we've looked at our referral system and said, how can we make this the most viral thing, as viral as possible on Telegram due to the ease of sharing. There's various features on Telegram that allow people to spin up bots or apps that make it very easy to share ref links and track referrals and everything. And so it's way less friction than what we were used to in the past with kind of copying a ref link and pasting it into a browser and signing up with wallets and stuff. And so with Telegram, you basically send over a ref link. It automatically opens the mini app when someone presses the ref link. It automatically logs that new person in because we were able to grab their Telegram username and autofill their name. And all they have to do is click the terms and conditions, and they're in. And then Yeah, so I think just in general, massive improvements to onboarding and just massive reduction of friction when it comes to inviting friends in. Really excited to share that with you guys at the V1 very soon. And then other items for November continued. So after this initial shipment, we're also going to be adding a second layer to our referral rewards program. This is basically an extension of our existing logic where if you refer a player and that player refers another player, you will earn a small amount of the player that's two layers below you. This is very common, obviously, in a lot of other referral programs and something that various community members have asked for quite some time. But we think that this is going to be pretty powerful for us as we, especially as we, roll out our Telegram mini app, because not only are you incentivized to get players, but you're also incentivized to get people that you think know players, like influencers and streamers, etc. And so, we do think that that kind of double layer will add another extra incentive for people to get people into the door. On top of that, free spins, obviously a very common acquisition and retention tool that a lot of iGaming sites use. We've mapped out integration for this, and we'll be diving in either next week or the week following. Very relatively straightforward feature, but we do think it's going to help as a tool to acquire users and retain users. We got the Bag City beta number two, featuring some new games. And then, of course, Sportsbook, which we've been talking about for quite some time. We mapped out integration with SoftSwiss, our provider, and it's going to be quite a project. So we haven't dove into it quite yet, as we've been prioritizing Telegram and some other features. But we should be able to kind of dive into that by the end of this month as well. Been talking for a while. I'm gonna go through a few different screenshots of product stuff, and then I'll hand it over to Spicy to talk about some Bag City. So yeah, this is the new referral affiliate dashboard. There's a lot more features at your disposal, and as you can see, you kind of have like a mini funnel where you can see immediately if someone signed up, if they verified, if they've deposited, and if they've bet, and how much that they've bet, and then of course how much rewards they've earned you. And so this way, you can track and see like each player where they're falling off. You have the ability to gift them some funds if you want to get them started again. Um, and yeah, really, really excited to roll this out and kind of make it more. This will be more readily available to all players, and not just platinum affiliates. Of course, the platinum affiliates have a higher rate, and everyone can apply for that. But we want to just make the base referral dashboard a lot better and more powerful than we had in the past, following some community suggestions. And then next slide, this is the sports book. Pretty standard, something that we'll obviously share more on. I think we'll probably have more specific things to share on our next roundtable, but just something to be excited about as in terms of a new product that we plan to dive into very soon. But anyways, I've been talking for quite some time. I'm going to hand it over to Spicy to talk about Bag City.
All right. Hey, everybody. So, along with all the great product and high priority updates from Miles that he just went through, we have continued to make some good progress on Bag City. So for Blackjack, we made a ton of progress on a new in-house version. Currently, it's in testing, and we're polishing the initial implementation in Bag City, and hope to have a beta version available in time for the next public beta session. Along with building this into Bag City, it will eventually be offered as a standalone game as well on the Bag.win casino. It's a very player-friendly version of Blackjack where the user can choose to play multiple hands with very low restrictions on actions like splitting and double downs compared to some of the other versions out there. And of course, saving fees to third-party provider is an obvious benefit of building this in-house version, but it should also attract a good amount of Blackjack first players as we can kind of deliver an optimal player experience by shifting some of what would be third-party fees back into like a RTP percent, but not restricting certain actions as seen in some of those other versions. I know side bets is pretty popular. We're not planning for that to be included in the initial version, but it is something that we're looking to add shortly after the initial launch. And then for Bag City, we also added a multiplayer crashed big screen with seating and viewing area. And this plays really nicely in the casino since it's inherently multiplayer, with everyone being able to see the same game actions, really increasing the social factor for the games itself, which was a big request from the initial beta feedback that we got. Beyond the new games, we've continued optimizing really the full experience. So while performance was generally good during the first beta test, at least for a first beta test, it left a lot of room for improvement. And so we've taken steps to optimize really all aspects of Bag City, from the venue itself, different models, colliders, avatars, interactions, and the games themselves as well. And really, we're striving for a smooth experience on a variety of hardware to ensure that anyone who wants to hop in and try it out can do so without issue. And like Miles mentioned, we are looking to host the second Bag City beta soon. We're really close to being ready for this, and the exact date and time is still TBD, so keep an eye on our Discord and socials to get a heads up on round two, to be able to hop in and try out all of the new updates and changes. And then beyond that, I mean, following some of this work, we'll just continue polishing the current experience, of course, while adding additional games, and any new in-house versions. Of course, we'll be able to cross over to Bag.win as well as an original, as well as some new social features and game modes to go along with it. So, really excited for our progress the last month on that, and looking forward to the next beta. And that's about a wrap for Bag City. So I think with that, I can hand it off to Ryan.
I can take Ryan's slides if he's not able to connect his mic. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, Ryan, if you're able to come back with us, we'll hear you, I guess, and I can hand it back over. But just so we don't keep people waiting too long. In terms of operations, I think the last month or so has been a bit tough, and we had to be very real and reducing our costs to drive profitability or better profitability, just as we, weather the rest of this year. And so basically, yeah, we've been able to reduce our costs drastically by cutting rewards for wearables, leaderboards, casino comps, and rake leaderboard. And we're really trying to maximize our gold outflow to things that drive revenue. We've been able to maintain a steady 700 to 800. Oh, is he back?
Can you hear me?
No. Now I can hear you.
That's
Hand it over to
bizarre.
you.
No, thank you for taking that on. Yeah, I tested it at the beginning of the spaces, and I can see the green going off. But okay, fair enough. Sorry about that. And maybe now I'm just disrupting. Nothing
No,
else
go
to
ahead.
say on the
Go.
cost side. On the profitability side, maybe this is a challenging topic because I know we have reduced a lot of the spend on things like competitions, leaderboard, rake leaderboard, and are even talking about badges. But notwithstanding the awesome increase that we're all super excited about in the Treasury's position based on ETH and Bitcoin, we still are in a position that we need to get to profitability. And I think the story of the last 3 months, looking at a 34,000 euro loss in July versus almost 50,000 euros in gains in for the Dow over the last 30 days or so, against those 200K in costs, although that's dollars, it's more like 180K euros, the Miles mentioned, is just tremendous progress. And so at the same time, we've been onboarding a lot of new people. We've not seen our monthly actives decrease, nor have we seen them increase. But you can see the volume is all, you could say, legitimate. It's no longer being subsidized by the significant giveaways we were doing, or subsidized by significant bonus USDT, counting as a large percentage of those volumes and profits. We've also been consolidating our DAO's position. So we've been generating ETH from, say, the Neo Tokyo position, the land sales. So that's been converted to Bag, and trying to, along with the profits from the casino, continue to contribute to the liquidity on the market for Bag. With Blast, I think you can tell from some of the other points that were made earlier in the slides, it's not really the very highest priority that it was during season one, but we think that we have earned a higher tier there and are continuing to seek that out. Once we do launch Bag City, we have about 10 partners in the works where we have created an avatar for them. And we're still excited about doing them there. But probably in the short term, we're most excited about the platinum referral partners and everything around Telegram. So again, just wanted to say apologies for the mic issues that seem to happen every other month. And I will hand it over to 50.
Thank you, Ryan. Just a quick reminder that if you came late, this roundtable is recorded and we will be posting on YouTube so you can catch up on anything you missed. We will be doing a Q&A after the marketing update, so you can drop your questions in the chat now, or there's a form in the announcement channel if you want to plug your question anonymously. So for the marketing updates, we'll go through some of the content stuff first, or socials. So for Twitter, we've been growing about 9% month over month. Our impressions have been staying around the 160K to 200K range. But our game engagement has been doing really well. We have a 10% engagement rate. That's up 50% month over month. Been doing a lot of engagement type posts, questions, and giveaways with our new game announcements. For YouTube, we started our YouTube back up now that we're ramping up Bag City and Bag.win. We got 31,000 monthly views from last month, and it was a partial month as we only posted 24 videos. So I'm confident that we can boost our views as we increase our posts throughout the month. We also started a YouTube short series with one of our streamers called Betting $1 for every YouTube subscriber. This has been getting pretty decent views and has been driving a lot of our subscriber growth, and we'll continue to do this with Bag City so we get a lot of eyes on our Bag City product. For streamers, last month we had around 8 active streamers. They were mostly free campaigns in return for providing giveaways for their viewers. They referred 92 players. We only had 2 deposits. The main feedback that we received from their audience was the language barriers and the deposit barriers, which we were able to prioritize those implementations for this month. So with those new features in place with the in-app translation and our new deposits, we'll be looking to leverage our Platinum Affiliate program with some of our streamers and any new people who want to apply. They will give tools to these people to onboard people, as well as for them to be able to look at metrics to track their referrals and offering them boosted rewards. So if you do want to be a Platinum Affiliate, you can apply using the form in the announcement channel. Another main area of growth will be Telegram. So we'll be looking to partner with various Telegram communities, offering them the Platinum Affiliate program, as well as adding a Telegram referral program with our new mini app launch. So stay tuned for that for more info. Once we have the in-app translations in, we'll be looking to ramp up our Spanish streamers again so we can target these supported regions. And this would be a much easier process once we also have fiat on-ramps in. Lastly, we also want to integrate some slot competitions. We saw that Soft Swiss offers this within their product, and this will help with streamers to increase engagement with their audience as their streamers can play with them, compete with them, and we can put up some various prizes to increase engagement, drive more deposits, and drive more volume. All right, so we'll get into the community Q&A part. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and I'll bring you up on stage. We did have one submitted question beforehand, so I'll answer that first. All right, this question from an anonymous person they're asking if we can implement a feature inside Bag.win where they can swap USDB for a bag, or just like an in-app feature where they can just swap for bag in general.
That's a good question. Yeah, we actually just designed some screens for that, basically allowing anyone to swap to bag up to a certain amount from their casino balance. And so, yeah, I think it's, from a design standpoint, it's in the backlog. We don't know what the ETA would be for this, just because our Q4 priorities are primarily around money in and out UX, distribution of the Bag.win product, Bag City, and user growth, volume growth, and revenue growth. And so, I think it's something that we could probably get to in the new year, early in Q1, potentially January, February, if we're in a good place when it comes to where we want to be with our revenue. Um, so yeah, I hope that answers it. It's something on the radar, but we definitely want to just prioritize, um, the experience for players and to grow our revenue first. I can share the screenshots of that in the government channel though, just so you can take a look. Pretty standard.
All right, next question is from the Lord. He's asking when the past proposal would be implemented. So he linked the proposal in the roundtable chat.
We don't have an ETA for that, unfortunately, at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have an ETA for this. I'm sorry. We'll prioritize it. Let's see. Uh, we'll let you know soon. Just don't have an ETA for that. Sorry.
Next question is from Capture Motion. Yes, are credit card deposits open?
Not yet, but they will be very soon. Finalizing the last kind of loose ends with our provider. Um, it actually should be quite effective for the Latin American region. More to share on that very soon. Yeah, I think everyone will be able to use it like with any type of card, but specifically for Latin America, it supports Lemon App and AstroPay, which are two kind of popular payment services outside of just card. Um, Shout out to Gabe for making that suggestion as well.
We have another question here from Capture Motion. He asks, how do we get the bag token higher on the list of gaming tokens, for example, on CoinMarketCap or other sites?
We just got to buy some. Just make it go like just purchase some. Um, we, but yeah, overall, like I think we definitely would want to. I mean, we're buying bag with a large percentage of our profits still every single week. We're trying to reduce entirely any type of bag emissions that we've already drastically reduced. So I think from that standpoint, the tokenomics have improved drastically over the years. But um, right now, our main focus is just delivering the best possible product when it comes to a mobile casino and our Bag City 3D casino, and grow our users. And I think at a point next year, I think, especially if the market picks up following what has happened in the general space, I think then we can maybe start really obsessing over positioning the token. But I think right now, I think it's best for us to focus on running a sustainable business and delivering the best possible product for someone wanting to play games.
We have a question here from Jordan. He asks, what are the benefits of holding bag?
The bag token, other than giving you votes in the DAO um, at vote.bag.win on various proposals, uh, having bag tokens allows you to boost your referral rewards, boost your cashback rewards, um, And yeah, that's basically it. So basically, you can boost it up to 2x, and then even more than that if you're also a platinum affiliate. So basically, there's different tiers of how much bag you can stack to achieve a specific multiplier. It's all in our doc.
Thank you, Miles. All right, so we have a speaker request from the Lord.
Hi, hello. Hope everybody's very happy. I'm certainly very happy with the recent crypto news. I have a question regarding the SNG. Currently, I have many tickets still from the time of Ice Poker, and I still have a lot of unused badges. So I have badges that I never converted to USDT because I don't feel there's a need to convert them. And maybe in the future, there's a new PlayStation and you guys place a new PlayStation as one of the possibilities, and I convert my bags to that PlayStation. Something like that. The point is, I have badges on my account that I'm not converting to USDT. Can I have a certain, let's say, assurance from the team that that option won't be removed, or at least won't be removed in, let's say, without a very timely warning? Because currently I trust TG. I think TG is going to be along for a very long time. I feel there's no need for me to convert my badges into USDT right now, but I obviously want to make sure they aren't going to disappear overnight or after, something like that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're not gonna zero out your badges if that was what you're concerned about.
Yeah, basically, I don't. Yeah, basically that was like someone passes a proposal saying let's end SNG, and then all of the badges will go to zero and all of the tickets will be gone. And I've been like collecting them, and all of a sudden they could like disappear. So that was basically it, just for assurance for me and for other people. Thank you.
Thank you. Um, Not seeing any more questions. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I can ask it for you, or you can raise your hand. Capture Motion asks, so after credit card and fiat on ramps, then the next priority is marketing blasts online as well as the Telegram mini app.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I can go through the list. Let's see.
Going
So
back to
this
the
next
slides here.
release, yeah, for sure. That would be I can break it into the releases too. So yeah, this next release will include the translation to Spanish, Portuguese, German, Turkish. It will include Telegram login and auto login for new users, as well as Telegram-based ref links. It'll include fiat on-ramps to the casino balance, as we mentioned. So yeah, it's a pretty massive release. That one we're trying to get out as soon as possible, and we'll keep you guys posted on that timeline. On the release following that, that will include the Telegram bot dialog. Basically, all Telegram mini apps will be able to leverage the DM, functionality on Telegram, and so we can basically use it as like a push notification system, which is something that we were trying to build for quite some time. And I think this is kind of a nice solution for that because it's integrated directly into people's chats with their friends and other people. So it's less like of an ask to download a Telegram mini app versus like an iOS app that's like just going to sit on someone's third page of their iPhone. This will also include that release will also include the referral program on Telegram. I can go into detail on that a little bit just so people are kind of aware of what we're thinking. This is going to include just our general program and referral rewards that we currently have, plus the second layer. So we'll have the referral rewards for people who onboard from a referral of yours. So two layers deep, adds a nice additional incentive there. And then we're going to be running some additional incentives for basically the mini funnel that we're going to be having everyone track on the new dashboard. So the steps are register, verify, deposit, and bet $100. And so for each step of that funnel, we're going to give an extra bonus to not only the affiliate who referred the player, but also to the new player. And so unfortunately, I know people, don't want to KYC sometimes or verify their account. But in terms of making sure this is not bottable, which is something that Manzier actually was mentioning in the governance channel, which is a good call. We need to make these referral incentive programs, especially on Telegram, not like bottable, just because that's a huge, attack vector. So yeah, basically we're giving some extra boost for the affiliate and the new user, but both only earn the rewards if the new user verifies their account, using our provider in app though. So it's relatively straightforward. Basically, it's a scanning of the ID and then a liveness check. But yeah, so once that's done, the affiliate gets a $5 bonus. The new user gets a $5 bonus immediately for just verifying. And then we have the deposit step. So once your affiliate or once your referral verifies and deposits, you then get another $10 bonus. And then if your referral verifies, deposits, and bets $100 in bet volume, then you get a $35 bonus. And so, you basically are incentivized along the way to, run a basic like little mini growth program and kind of push your players to achieve milestones, based on this mini funnel. Once you have a few people down the funnel, we have two additional rewards lined up. One of them is if you have 3 friends that complete all 4 steps of the funnel, which are register, verify, deposit, and bet $100, then we're giving a $100 bonus. And then the final incentive is if you get the previous thing, so 3 friends completing all 4 steps, and collectively all of your referrals wager over $10,000, then you get $200 in cash as your casino balance. And so basically, what our thinking is, we really, we're just extremely bullish on the ability for people to spread the app on Telegram with their friends, given the massive reduction of friction. And we want to sweeten the deal for these people, anyone who's interested, to run their own growth campaigns with their friends. And we think that if everyone just invites 3 people, we can achieve 1 million users relatively quickly. We just need to make this program attractive. And so that's what our thinking is. And I think we'll be able to start testing this very soon. It'll probably be in a shipment following this next one. And looking forward to everyone's feedback. But yeah, that's kind of our thinking there. That'll be in the next shipment. Second layer of the referral program in the next shipment. Some of the just more kind of granular backend stuff. It's not really consumer facing. The enable events tracking for like growth campaigns. The free spins and slot challenges that 50 was mentioning. Sportsbook. And then, some of the like kind of farther off ones are like casino comps on Bag.win, convert to bag feature, which we were mentioning. So you can buy bag in the app directly with your casino balance, and then a bunch of other fiat providers, and, fiat off ramps as well. So I think this fiat on ramp is going to be great just to get live, just for an option to start from. But the way we've constructed the flow is we'll be able to swap out a ton of different other providers, and basically be able to serve the most optimal one based on where the user is based. And this is quite common in a lot of iGaming sites. So I'm excited to kind of start with these guys, but then add several additional options immediately following that. So hope that covers it. Yeah, that's basically the immediate roadmap. I can post a list of this in governance channel.
Thank you, Miles. Some other questions here. So I saw Ryan already answered in the chat, but I'll just answer again just for the recording and for anyone who didn't catch it. Jordan asked, "Do you know when we will get more gold from Blast?" We still have some gold, so you can still earn it from real-time gameplay, but Blast usually announces the new monthly allocations around the 7th to 10th in the month, so it should be announced any day now. Jordan also asked about the 5,000 Blast Gold raffle and how to enter that. As long as you deposit from Blast, you're eligible for the raffle, and for every 1,000 euro that you bet in the casino, you'll get one raffle ticket. So if you bet 1,000 in volume, you get one ticket. If you bet 22,000 euros, you get 22 tickets.
But to answer the Lord's question there's also a proposal to end that allocation of 5,000 gold per week. Just basically, as we've seen some dilution in the allocation of gold, we were getting 200 and something thousand, now down to 180,000. We're not sure what we'll get now. We want to be judicious on how we're allocating that. So to say, incentivize new users coming in, or just directly in proportion to the volume generated. We think that we probably don't want to be spending, 15 to 20% of the allocation. I guess it'd be in the teens percent of the allocation on the raffle at this point. So I guess there's a case to be made that maybe we should just reduce that amount, but we're also kind of in a mode of simplifying things. So the proposal does not say that we would do away with the 2,000 per week that we're giving out to the volume leaderboard, though. So that would persist even if the proposal passes. But yes, curious if people have thoughts on that. I mean, it should be open to the community to think about, like, if we have 180,000 gold per month, what's the best way for us to be spending that to drive as much volume as possible? I think at the moment we think incentivizing gameplay, and then as a part of some of our new onboarding initiatives.
Thank you for the additional info, Ryan. Capture Motion also asks, will anyone be able to access this Telegram app? Yeah, so when we do launch it, we will post the link to it. It will be a beta at first, so there'll be some bugs and stuff they fix out, but you can access the Telegram app and check out the experience. And then we will add on like a bunch of other features to it too, like the referral program and stuff. Capture Motion also asks, will the sportsbook be open to states in the US that allow sports betting?
Initially, no, it won't be allowed in the US. But we can potentially add it at some point. But initially, no, it won't be available for US IPs.
We have a question from Jordan. Will the casino events return? Spicy or Miles, do you have any?
I think Spicy would be good for this one. Yeah, he's got some good plans for that.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, definitely at some point in the near future, casino comps in general will return, and they'll be. The nice thing about the next kind of launch of them is that they'll be available in all of our products. So whether you want to play the competition in Bag City or Bag.win, you'll be able to compete on that same leaderboard for prizes and have access to that leaderboard. And then beyond that, we'll be able to continue to do some of the events that are on hold right now, like Diamond Hand City and some stuff like that. So yeah, they'll definitely be making a comeback in the near future.
All right, not seeing any more questions. We do have about a couple more minutes left, so if you want to ask a question, now's the time to do it. There was some confusion on the proposal for the raffle. So that proposal will be the proposal proposes to remove the gold raffle, but the $2,000 leaderboard prize would still remain. All right, if no one has any more questions, we can end this one early. See the Lord typing. Yep, that's correct, the Lord. All right, I don't think we were any more questions. Miles, anything you want to add to close things out?
I think we covered it basically. We got a bunch of stuff to ship from now till the end of the year, and I think we definitely want to take advantage of the holiday season with a very solid products that can appeal to everyone that's just chilling at home during the holidays. So we're going to be grinding to make that happen, and we'll have a few shipments coming very soon that should have all these features that we mentioned. So looking forward to your guys' feedback. I think we need to um, really nail the Telegram referral system. I think that's going to be the key to our growth. And should have a V1 for the Telegram mini app soon in your hands, so you can just give some feedback. It's primarily, the mobile experience of Bag.win, but just a bit more optimized for mobile. And we can leverage certain other features like haptic feedback, that's possible via the Telegram app. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to hear what you guys think. Any other suggestions? Definitely pop them in the governance channel, and I appreciate everyone joining. And I think by the next roundtable, we'll be in a pretty lucrative spot with the product.